Now let's say we wanted to add in yogurt and butter. We could again go in there and do select data. Let me show you a slightly easier way. If we have two more series, I can select those, Control Shift down, and I'm going to do Control C to copy. If you left click in the center, and if I do Control V, it's going to paste those series in there as two more series. Now you notice it's not showing that because earlier I had formatted this axis, so I'm going to go ahead and reformat it, format axis, and let's put this back down to 0, and I can press enter. And now you see when we close this box up here, you see that we have our four series there that are represented quite nicely. Now I need to name my series yogurt and butter, so I can right click here and I'm going to select data, my series 3, we can edit that, and this is yogurt, so I can put in yogurt, press enter. I can rename my series 4 as butter, and I can click OK. And there we've got our nice figure here. I can format this legend a little bit more as you like, and that is our scatter plot showing 4 different series on the same plot. We've also got this milk per cow as a function of year. Now milk per cow has nothing to do, it's not the same thing at all as consumption in pounds per person. This is just the milk production for average cow. I had to double check because I thought these numbers were pretty high, but apparently today the average milk per cow is it's upwards of 20,000 pounds per year. So that's quite a bit. Since this is pounds of milk per year, that's not the same thing as our primary axis, so we're going to add this as a secondary axis. I can go up here, Control Shift down, and I'm going to copy that, Control C. That's another series that we want to add. I'm going to left click in here. I'm going to do Control V to paste. And you see that the scale of the milk production per year is way bigger than the scale. And that's because we're not comparing apples to apples. We're comparing apples to oranges. What I have to do then, I can right click on this, Format Data Series. I'm going to add that on a secondary axis. So I can click secondary axis. I'm going to go ahead and close this box. And now you see we have this secondary axis over here on the right. And the values here are much larger than the ones on the left, but we can put them on the same plot. I'm going to go ahead and add up here in chart design, add chart element, axis titles. I'm going to add the secondary vertical axis label. And I'm just going to kind of clean this up a little bit by moving different elements around. And I'm going to click on this axis title, and this is going to be the milk production per cow in pounds per year. And now we've got that on a secondary axis. And then I'm going to right click because we need to change this to an actual name here instead of series 5. I'm going to change that to milk production, press enter, and then I'm going to click OK. And let's just move this legend over a little bit to there, and now we've got a single scatter plot. It's not too busy, it's kind of verging on the edge of being too busy, but right now we've got consumption, and we can look up American cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and butter, and milk production per cow. This is how you can create scatter plots in Excel. Thanks for watching.